Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is from a longtime dear friend and quite an influencer, Commander Vlogs. He now brings us the Social Media Grow Show. The interesting thing about that is that he's been doing growth streams as long as Superchat has been here. He was actually inspirational in the early days and has been a dear friend all the way along. He has a second channel where he's now switched things up so that he can continue the Social Media Grow Show. He happens to be live right this second, but it's another opportunity for everybody to be able to meet in a similar way to what we do here in Superchat. So there he is right there. There's Social Media Grow Show. I didn't know if he knew he was being featured today. We featured his other channel before. So hopefully everybody will connect with Social Media Grow Show. He seems to be live almost every day. And now is on episode 25 already. So, but like I said, he's been doing these many years before on his original channel. I'll show that to you now. Commander Vlogs, like I said, is a longtime dear friend and somebody who I've collaborated with off of YouTube, actually. And you can see 38,000 subscribers. He's almost at 39. And some of you will recognize him because he's been in and out throughout the years here in Superchat. We've been here for 4 years now. Shorts on his original variety channel bring up to 500,000 views almost on one of these. One over 3 million views, which is great to see. And then live stream. So this is where he gives a behind the scenes look actually at the Social Media Grow Show. But you see he's done tons of these things before. So this creator obviously influential and pure variety on his channel. He might do unboxing videos. He might be giving us updates or a chance to get to know him. And that's Commander Vlogs. And again, the Social Media Grow Show. So hopefully everybody will connect with him. And like I said, it's another opportunity almost daily to meet more friends and family members. So thank you everybody for coming in. I've got a few names on the wheel right now. I'll continue to add some. Jennifer Ocean Homestead needs to be put on there. We always put members onto our wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and then we will add some more names from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. I'll do that in another hour from now. I'll spin the wheel right away. We'll get another channel ready to go. But you'll notice some of the channels that were early in the door are already on the wheel. So Scratch and PPA, of course, is a shining jewel in the Superchat family. He's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube now. And our dear friend Michael's Adventures will send his regards. He's just working today, but he always makes sure we know that he's thinking about us when he's not here. We usually see him on the weekends. And Canadian Family Life is up on the screen already. So she knows what it's like to be picked first. And I think probably last by now. Canadian Family Life's been with us a long, long time. And is one of the fastest growing channels in the Superchat family, as a matter of fact. We'll look at her husband's channel too while she's here. I don't know if I Am Betty J Gathers is still in the background. Just Jason Keto and more and Caliking 916 are both on the wheel. Jesse Miller Unboxings and Bella's Whisper Farmstead are both on there. Todd Projects was just added. And I'll add some more members as I see them in the chat. I see Backyard Trucker is here, or about to be. And it takes me a moment to get through our introductions. I see Big Family Expeditions in the house. Chief Broken Brain is here. DJ's Adventures and Beyond. Passed 1,000 subscribers the other day, which is great to see. Jevon Richardson is in the house. And I don't want to miss anybody. Matthew's Bushcraft, of course, was early in the door. Monica Lynn, Alaska, My Heart. Mountain of Inspiration, who's a longtime friend, along with Ray of Sunshine, who I see out supporting other creators all the time. Red's Homestead is here. It's good to see you both. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. And thank you, Social Media Grow Show. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. He dropped a super chat. What I know about my dear friend behind Commander Vlogs and Social Media Grow Show is he will often drop a super chat to know that his channel gets onto the event list, which is right down there in the middle bottom of the screen. So every super chat and membership shows up there for a period of time. But thank you for that. He's done that countless times before. And like I said, it's another opportunity for everybody to connect. So we're glad to have a friend that is willing to help in that way. And then DJ's Adventures and Beyond's got a new short, which is great to see. Canadian Family Life is up on the screen right now from New Brunswick. Like I said, her husband's got a channel. We'll look at that in another moment. When we look at this creator, we see she's already over 3,000 subscribers. And you know I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to that level and, let's say, beyond. So Canadian Family Life brings us variety. I consider them to come from the homesteading community of channels because of the variety that they bring in their content. They do grocery hauls, cooking videos, typical vlogs that can include the entire family, Happy Mail videos, container gardening, and occasionally they'll take us outside for an adventure as well, like the Northern Lights they caught a few days ago. So Canadian Family Life as well. This is Tiffany. You might recognize her. She's featured on lots of different channels in StreamYard panels. Over here, she's got shorts that have gotten into 2,500 views, one over 5,500, which is great to see. And then live streams are frequent, so she brings these in about once a month. And we've got our notification bell on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Thank you so much, Social Media Grow Show. And we'll see you again soon. I know you got to stream tomorrow night again. I Am Betty J Gathers is in the house. I've got them on the wheel. Now, when we look at Canadian Family Life, we also see Chris's Creation Fun. This is her husband, and I believe that he was inspired to start a channel from his wife Tiffany from Canadian Family Life, although the whole family is featured on that channel, which is monetized, by the way. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Chris's Creation Fun is almost at 100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can get him another couple today. Chris's Creation Fun started with 3D printing and moved into some do-it-yourself videos, fixing that 3D printer and working on some solar equipment. And then shorts on the channel have just started, but already into hundreds of views on one of them, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with both Canadian Family Life and Chris's Creation Fun. I'll spin the wheel and then we'll get another channel ready to go. And I will add M&T Living and Cooking onto the wheel in a second here. The interesting thing about that particular channel is that they are one of the two first channels that we know of to be monetized under the new restrictions of 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time. They hit that right around the same time as Canadian Family Life that we just saw. And then oh, Todd Projects, yeah. So not that I want to solicit this kind of thing. Super chats and memberships are never necessary here. Appreciated when they do happen. But you'll notice at the bottom of anybody's live stream, there might be a button like this that looks like a little dollar sign. That's where you can look at memberships and super chats and things like that. It's not available on every platform or in every region of the world. So that's one thing to think about as well. But thank you for the thought. So, Ron's Keto Cafe is also in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. I'm trying not to scream at the camera today, and I can hear myself doing it. Pedrosa Travel, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's another longtime friend. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, then we should get around to saying hello to everyone. So Just Jason Keto and More is somebody, I'm not sure if there's a chance we might meet up this weekend. We haven't got any serious plans hammered down just yet. But my dear friend, my YT BFF, Elevate with Vern, is coming to Niagara Falls to visit. So Kristen, her daughter Kira, and myself will all get out with Vern. Just Jason, Keto, and more might be able to come and join us as I hammer down exact ideas for where we're going to go and what we're going to do. I'll make sure to message right away. But I've met up with Just Jason, Keto, and more a couple of times already. She's arriving tomorrow, staying until Sunday morning. So we'll have opportunity as a minimum Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, possibly for dinner and this and that. So we'll see, and other activities. She's got a few things on her mind already. But Just Jason, Keto, and more, I was lucky enough to meet up with a few months ago, and then just another month and a half, 2 months ago. And I love the idea of real-life meetups with other YouTubers. Just Jason, Keto, and more has been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Superchat channel for a long, long time. He supports everything I do on all the channels that are like all of my channels basically, and has spent an abundant amount of time supporting me this year especially. So I hope everybody will connect with him. I'm going to talk about his content in a second. And then, yes, so Pedrosa Travel, the name of the ships, it's Made of the Mist on the American side. Those are the green ones. And then the Hornblower, it's called, is on the Canadian side. And you can tell the difference in the rain jackets that everybody wears. On the Made of the Mist, they're all wearing blue rain jackets. You saw that featured, I'm sure, in many TV shows and movies. Pam and Jim, spoiler alert for everybody that didn't watch it 10 years ago, have a wedding on the, or they have a scene from their wedding on the Made of the Mist with the blue rain jackets, and then on the Canadian side they wear red rain jackets. Todd Projects, thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Like I said, absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. Todd Projects is going to be the next channel that we look at, because we always put Superchatters on the screen right away, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. Rock Chick Beauty's in the house from the UK. Thank you for coming in. M&J is here. It's good to see you in the house. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. There's a link for Todd Projects as well. That happens every time there's a super chat like that. IVB Creates, good to see you in the house. Let me get you onto the wheel. Yes, that's right. Niagara Falls was also featured in Superman, of course, the movie. I forget which one. And let's talk about Just Jason, Keto, and More's content. Now, this creator wants to help us with healthy eating and healthy living, particularly when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. You'll notice a lot of chaffles in the videos lately, and even in his banner and marketing and merchandise. He's very well known for a lot of these recipes. They're very simple to make. They only take a few ingredients, very easy to customize, and it can be a healthy alternative to some other snacks or, you know, parts of a meal we might think of. But that's just a small piece of what he does on his channel. He's got tons of other recipes, all easy to follow, simple to understand, and with ingredients most people already have at home. He also will do a lot of product reviews, so he can help us understand the ingredients that we might find listed on some of the projects that are marketed towards a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Occasionally he'll do another thing like an unboxing video or take us out on an adventure. You notice from his thumbnails he's also got a lot of guests on the channel. These influencers come on to share their life experiences, trials, tribulations, tips, tricks, and ideas when it comes to motivating and inspiring for us to eat a little bit healthier, live a little bit healthier. He'll also head out hundreds of miles away to get informative content from places like Keto Palooza. He's already set to be back there this year. And in the shorts, we get a bit of a hint here about healthy looking grilling shorts. Some of these have gotten into 4,000, 5,000, and 6,000 views. One over 22,000, which I've seen, which is entertaining. And then live streams. He's got a weekly series and a brand new monthly series as well. Weekly, we get to hang out with Jason, sometimes with a guest. And he's got a vibrant community of people who want to inspire and motivate when we have questions and comments in the chat. And then on once a month he's doing a cook along. He did one just a few weeks ago with a multicam setup. He actually cooked a couple of different things. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Just Jason Keto and more. He's also monetized lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Like I said, he's been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Tuber Chat family, now for as long as I can remember. I can't even remember how long it's been that Just Jason Keto and more has been with us. I wonder if it's 2 years already. Could that be possible? I might be stretching, but it's been a long time, but he tries to be here every day, like Canadian Family Life and a few other creators. Sweet Melissa, I got you on the wheel. Not sure if I said hello. Globies Travels, I've got you on there also. And then Red's Homestead says kayaking is about to start again. So here, we'll get into story time for a quick second while I get Todd Project's channel ready to go. My niece was just telling me, we got together for Mother's Day, a few of us, and my niece was telling me, so she's into a lot of outdoor activities, it seems, right? One of the things is she said she wants to get kayaks this year. And her and her boyfriend are talking about going to a place where we have these locks. I've been there in Peterborough. I actually was out on a paranormal investigation with Huntophobia and Reckless Adventure at that exact location. What these are is locks where the boats will go, when you have like an escarpment and things like that, where the river or whatever it may be is, really, really high, and then a couple 100 feet down or whatever it is, there's another river. But how do you get down there, right? So they got these locks. And these ones are really, really cool because often you'll see a boat go through a couple of gates, the gates close, the water raises, the boat takes off. These ones are different, where the locks actually move. So the boat goes into the thing, and then the whole thing raises with the boat on it. Now, the reason why I tell this story is because they've got an event that happens. I'm not sure if it's more than once a year. And they usually don't do it. But what they do for this one day is they let all kinds of canoes and kayaks and other types of things, floaties, I think, and everything else, all pile into the locks. And if you look it up online, you'll see the pictures of it. And it is really wild looking. Everybody's like yelling at each other and having a good time and everything else. So that's an interesting idea. But I thought I'd share that just because you mentioned kayak season. So I'll be looking forward to that from Red's Homestead. And then Just Jason Keto and more says he was only at about 500 friends when he found Tuber Chat, and now has crossed 2,500 actually, but he got to 2,000 and then just blew right up to 2,500 all at once. Don Southern Friends, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Oh, I see. Just Jason Keto and more's been through all of the locks from Lake Ontario to Georgian Bay. We have a lot. I remember Big Chute and Little Chute, seeing that at some point. I know for most of the people in the chat, like, I'm talking nonsense here because I'm talking about areas that people haven't seen because they're not that common if you're not in Ontario. But I promise, there's places like this, I'm sure, all over the world. But there's a lot of water in Canada and in Ontario, so we have a lot of lakes, rivers, and abundant masses of waterways and things like that. Lots of cottages. Cottage lifestyle is a big thing in Ontario. Some of our American friends come up here just for that, as a matter of fact. Smallholder Homestead, good to see you here. Wayne's World Unlimited is also in the house. We're going to talk about Todd Projects in a quick second here. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So speaking of the water-based activities, Todd Projects lets us know that the channel's focus is mainly going to be outdoors, including fishing and some do-it-yourself videos. Now, this is a channel I'm still getting to know at 126 subscribers, but we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 200 we know they're thinking about. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here, and I'll put this into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. And then shorts on the channel have gotten into hundreds of views already, one of them over 3,300, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Todd Projects. We'd love to push this creator a little bit farther now, but they've been with us several times, and thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, of course. We'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. What we're going to do right now is take a break for 3.5 minutes. But I've got some brand new content that's coming to the Tuber Chat channel as well in the form of videos, particularly in a podcast format where I've interviewed a few different creators. They've all been with us for at least 3 years, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Tuber Chat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. So always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay.
But we're linked by the ways, but they will know somebody that's scale modeling and they will mention me to them.
Right.
So there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, in a weekend, and Tuber Chat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap,
There you go.
And so that I've put back in, because remember I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 Models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here, and you've doubled that number. You're still growing now. So
it's very slow growth, because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back, but I needed the break. I really did. And I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yeah,
definitely
improving over time.
Improvement is it, and also it's good. It's edifying for yourself. It really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. It's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. All right, we're back in looking at Jennifer Ocean Homestead. So this is another creator actually that comes to us from New Brunswick, and she also keeps an impeccable. I say container garden, but actually I say that only because I had seen these so many times. But the other day I watched one of these videos where she took us outside into a greenhouse as well. So she's got a lot going on. You'll have to see one of these videos to see what I'm talking about. Lots of our homesteading friends have a similar generosity in wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other. Jennifer Ocean Homestead certainly fits that description. When we get into the channel, we see mostly outdoor content, occasionally indoors as well. 247 subscribers right now. We'd love to push her towards the 300 we know she's thinking about. Shorts on the channel have already gotten into 7,000 and won over 10,000 views, which is great to see. And hopefully everybody will connect to this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get our next channel ready to go. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. DJ is good to see you back in the house, and Phase Yoda King Naruto Luffy Goku is a longtime friend. Rambling with the Brooms just came into the chat. He's a member and a moderator, so I've got him on the wheel, of course. And a few more channels have been added. Marketplace Boutique, Blessed to Crochet, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, and Izzy Ska Designs are all there. Phase Yoda King Naruto Luffy Goku is a longtime friend. This creator brings us a lot of animation and cartoons actually, and then some video gameplay as well. So when we look at their channel, we see that they post frequently. Most of the videos are really short here, so I'm still going to take one of these and put it into my catch-up list. That's actually a video game. And then when we look at shorts, official shorts on the channel, some of these have done well, 11,000, 13,000, which is great. And then live streams. This creator will do a lot of PS5 gameplay and then chop out some videos from that gameplay. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Phase Yoda King Naruto Luffy Goku, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They've been with us as long as I can remember as well. It's got to be a year for them. And I say these things so that you understand what kind of support you can expect back from a lot of the creators that we talk about here regularly. So we'll spin the wheel. We're moving a little bit faster now. We'll get to as many as we can in the next couple of hours. Rambling with the Brooms. Look at that luck. They're chosen as soon as they got into the chat today. So I'll get their channel ready to go. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. KP Heathen from Louisiana is in the house. And we're looking at Rambling with the Brooms right now. Izzy Ska Designs gifted another membership. They've done that countless times before. So we will look at their channel next. We always put Superchatters and membership gifters onto the screen in order right away. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. And in another 15 minutes or so, I'll add another name to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Rambling with the Brooms comes to us with a couple of channels, actually. One of those is monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He's now over 3,000 subscribers, and Scott has always been an advocate for helping others, especially with their YouTube channels growing, and he's focused a lot on channels under 100. He's a moderator now on, I think he said 140 channels, something like that, and he's been a member and a moderator here in Superchat for quite some time now. So Rambling with the Brooms brings a lot of variety, but this creator comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. He also happens to be in Ontario, but closer to our nation's capital. So this fellow Canadian collaborates with other creators. He's got a special project coming up in the summer of 2025. In about August, they're going to leave from Seattle to Alaska for a week, and they're hoping to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters on that cruise. You can find information about that from him and from Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Otherwise, Rambling with the Brooms brings a lot of homesteading type variety on his channel. He also brings us maple syrup, which Canada is so famously known for, along with some of that winter Canadian weather that we see in his shorts videos that have gotten into 3,000, even 7,000, almost 8,000 views. And then live streams are frequent on this channel as well. He's got a lot of guests on here, but he brings us a couple of series along with some pop-ups. So Shenanigan Thursday and Procrastination Thursday and Shenanigan Friday are his series of live streams. There he's got a thumbnail from that meetup I was talking about, where we met up with another friend of his, along with Brampton Gardner from YouTube and Just Jason Keto and more, who's with us right now. He introduces us to a lot of creators and meets up with a lot of creators. He loves to head out to a lot of those in real life meetups, so we see him on lots of different channels. You recognize a lot of familiar faces in his live stream rollovers and thumbnails. So monetize, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards the 3,100 subscribers we know he's thinking about. Izzy Scott Designs dropped a gifted membership, so we'll get their channel ready to go. And I see we've got another couple of channels in the chat. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures have another cruise going on as well. So, the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. That will be very cool, yes. And then Yena's Journeys. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. And then just please let me know if I'm mispronouncing that. Forgive me, Izzy Scott Designs. I'm going to put Scott's travel channel up. I knew I was going to do that. I knew I was going to forget to put it up. And then we're going to look at Izzy Scott Designs in a second. Scott has a second channel here actually focused on travel called Travel Escapes with the Brooms. And this is from Rambling with the Brooms, of course. He's just got a couple videos on here right now, but already working towards that halfway mark for the first 100 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. And then I'll drop the handle for this one in the chat. I just dropped a link for it so that everybody can connect with it. And this is his travel channel, of course. Yeona. Okay, thank you for that. Yes, I wondered about that when I saw the one there. Yeona. Good to meet you. Thank you for that. And then I hope I'm pronouncing it very close to correctly there. And thank you for that. Budgeting Just Because is in the house. They're going to help us with our finances. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I waved to a few people in the chat during the break. And thank you for that, Scratch and PPA, for trying to help me remember to put that travel channel up. I knew when I saw Scott, I was like, I'm going to forget to put his channel up. And sure enough, but I promise you I make as many mistakes as anybody else. This is where what Maz was talking about, little improvements every day. We try to improve by making less mistakes if we can. Some of us keep it up after 7 years, still making the same number of mistakes. Crimson Skies, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Home Bartending with John is in the house. He's going to teach us to make cocktails. And we're looking at Izzy Scott Designs now. Now, this is a creator who's another over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And like I said, they actually gifted a membership earlier. I don't know if I can still catch that to see who picked that up. Smallholder Homestead got that. So if they're still in the chat, I'll put them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Izzy Scott Designs has got now 1,600 subscribers. They reset and restarted their content on their channel not too long ago, but they've been known a long time for these elaborate and outstanding banners, avatars, and thumbnails. They usually bring music and animations. I'm just going to grab the latest video, put that in that playlist I keep talking about. I call it Catch Up, just so that I can keep caught up with creators. Just a fun name for that playlist. And then they got live streams as well. I haven't caught them for one of these in a while again. Yeah, a couple weeks now. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one My work season has started, so I'm on a little bit less, but hopefully I'll be able to keep that up. So Izzy Scott Designs now over 1,600, and hopefully we can push them towards the 1,700 subscribers that we know that they're thinking about. Carrie Leonard, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Izzy Scott Designs, thank you again for another gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. M&T Living and Cooking, I mentioned for a quick second there. They're one of the 2 first channels that we know of to be monetized under the new restrictions of 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time, right around the same time as Canadian Family Life, who we saw earlier. And M&T Living and Cooking is now over 2,000 subscribers. Which is no surprise. And then when you look at their channel, you'll see a lot of family togetherness. They let us know in Florida they do a lot of different activities together, fishing, RC cars. They try to get on cruises when they can, taste test reviews. But you're going to find a lot of delicious looking content on their channel as well. A little bit in the videos. When I get over to the shorts, we really start to see those shine because they've got lots of shorts, over 5,000 views. And then they've got one over 20,000 and one over 50,000 now, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel are occasional. They bring these out every couple of weeks, and hopefully I'll catch them for another one. I caught them a month ago, and they could be outdoors or they could be giving us a chance to hang out and get to know them. Hopefully everybody will connect with M&T Living and Cooking, another long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Tuberchat family. And let's spin the wheel again and we'll see who's coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And Maritz's Yarn and Crafts is in the house. I've got them on the wheel now. They took Backyard Trucker's place. Calico Panthers Catch a Deal is in the house, and they're actually dropping this on behalf of another creator. And they've done this many times before. We've seen a few people do this where they'll drop a super chat for another creator. So we're going to look at Dawn's Southern Finds next, and then we'll look at Calico Panthers Catch a Deal. She's actually a longtime friend, and we'll look at her channels. That's Penny from 10 the Sheep Warrior, where I don't pass them by. Again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Now, when we look at Backyard Trucker, this creator lets us know that they're just a simple guy putting anything and everything online for us to see. They've got some do-it-yourself type looking videos here. They've got a bit of variety and then some servicing on their truck. And that kind of relates to a bit of the dash cam footage that has done really well for them in shorts, with 10,000 on a couple of these, 12,000 on one, and then live streams in the chat as well. So I got a question actually for Backyard Trucker if they happen to still be listening. Just please let me know if you are, because I got a specific question for you. Tamika Davis, good to see you in the house. That's another incredible supporter. And next up, let's look at Dawn's Southern Finds. We'd love to get Backyard Trucker up to 400 subscribers if we can, and they're here with us just about every day. We actually see them collaborating with Marketplace Boutique often. They've done a few live streams together. And then, I think Backyard Trucker might still be there or listening. So, and I'm not sure if we have anybody else that drives truck here in the chat right this second. But my question is this. If you were to run something in the truck, let's say a computer, or even something with a slight bit more electricity, does that affect the amount of fuel needed to power everything while the truck's running, whether it's driving or if it's idle. I'm just curious to know about that. And then Don Southern Finds is just grabbing a membership as well. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And what that means is that every time you're here as a member, we're going to add your channel onto the wheel as soon as we see you in the chat, like Rushing Wind Mountain that's just come in as well. For today, Calico Panthers Catch a Deal dropped a super chat, so we'd look at this channel right away. It's a brand new channel for us here in Superchat, but I think she's been here once before, and forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but this is the first time we've got this channel on the screen. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos here, and I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list, and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators, and that should make our connection stick. And hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And Calico Panthers Catch a Deal is coming up in a quick second here. Backyard Trucker says, no, it won't affect the fuel consumption. You can have a microwave and run a laptop from a power inverter. Yeah, that makes sense. So I wondered about that. I figured that might be the case. And I have some truck driving friends, but I hadn't yet asked anybody that. It's a question that came up not too long ago. Because we think about how energy and power and electricity and things like that are changing in the world. I'm starting to look into things like solar, and I had that as a wonder. I happen to have a small generator, but I wonder about some of these things now. I'm just more curious than anything else. Calico Panthers Catch a Deal is up on the screen. This is the second channel from a longtime friend, and we'll look at her original channel in a second. The creator's name is Penny. And she's got 26 subscribers over here. We'd love to push her towards the first 100. She dropped a super chat a few minutes ago, and that's why we've got her channel up on the screen now. When we look through the videos, as we see that it's variety here, and she is quite a cat lover, and we'll see that when we get into her about section. She used to be known as Kitty Mom Adventures. And then shorts on this channel as well feature more variety, getting into a few views on each one so far. As she posts more and more, they'll likely start to move and carry each other, if that makes sense. Yeah, budgeting just because. So I'll give you a little bit of a tip as well. I do the tiniest bit of auction buying. I haven't yet bought a locker like when you see those TV shows like Storage Wars and things like that. Like you can bid on a locker. I'm not saying I recommend it. There's a bit to knowing what you're doing with that, like everything else. But generators, I was very lucky to have gotten my generator at the most incredible deal like ever in history. But I love the idea of them. And a lot of places have them now. So, like, even hardware stores have them. Any of the outdoor stores like Bass Pro and Sale and things like that. And they come in all sizes now. So if you know what kind of things you think you need to power, leave a little bit of extra room, you'll be able to find an appropriate one. And some of the smaller ones like mine is extremely quiet. So you can have it, beside you. It's no louder than a fan that runs in the background, actually, like the one you see kind of oscillating back there. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by, is a longtime dear friend. So this was Kitty Mom Adventures. Now, Tend the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By is where this creator brings a little bit of variety, sometimes grocery hauls actually, but they want to inspire us in a spiritual way, and they do that particularly through shorts here at 2,600, 2,700 views. And then live streams are something they've done many times before. Actually, a few years ago, I joined them on their channel. We're on for like 4 hours together. And there might have been a couple other people that came with us. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat as long as everybody's still active. We should get around to everyone. And let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. Actually, what we'll do right now, we'll go for another 3-minute break, but this will be a short one. In another half hour, I'll play another one of those clips from that podcast series that's coming up. Those are already on the channel, by the way, so you can set notifications for those. We're going to drop them on the first Saturday of every month. I got 3 videos recorded. 2 of them are produced and ready. I've got 2 more creators lined up as well, which is very exciting, and I promise you the information there is informative. But we'll do that in another half hour. Blessed to Crochet is coming up in 3.5 minutes. While we go on this break, I'm going to add a name to our wheel based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. All right, we're back. Yeah, of course I did that. Forgive me, we're back. We're about to look at Blessed to Crochet. And I know there's a question in the chat from Yeona's Journeys. Just please let me know what you're thinking. I'll keep my eyes open and catch that. I wiped a couple of names off the wheel, by the way. We always clear the wheel every hour now, just so that we can speed things up. So I'll do that again an hour from now. I promised I was going to add a name to the wheel, and I didn't do that yet. So we'll do that, looking at Blessed to Crochet right now. And Big Family Expedition will come up, of course. They've been incredibly supportive after the last long while. They got a really interesting story behind their channel as well. And then, yeah, I'll look for Yeona's question there, but thank you for that. And Blaster Crochet is up on the screen right now. This is a creator that wants to talk about connection and creativity. They've got quite a bit of information on their About page and a brand new video right now. I'm just going to take that and put it into my catch-up list. It's only a couple minutes long, so one of the things we want to remember is while we're connecting with other creators here in Superchat, you want to look for videos that are at least 3 minutes long. Blaster Crochet has plenty here. The longer the better, actually. And once in a while we find a channel with only short videos. My suggestion then is just to grab a few of them. We still watch from beginning to end, leave a comment. But over 3 minutes is the best way to make sure we're solid. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 9,000 and 10,000 views, which is great to see with a bit of variety here, like most creators. And then live streams on the channel as well. I haven't caught you for a live stream yet. I guess maybe a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember whether I was there or what. I think I remember this. And then I can't remember if I was there or if I ran that. But Blaster Crochet is working on 600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, and we got the notification bell on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and catching each other as often as we can. Ray of Sunshine, thank you so much. And Noel the Pizza Bandit Levasseur. I imagine I should know. Oh, I'm going to cheat and go in the background. Oh, it's... Oh, let me just see if it's actually... Oh, I don't know. I don't know who that is. I just hope that the channel's all good. And then, Yeona's Journey is just asking, not only trying to grow your channel, but support other creators too. Is watching a video or replay of a live stream for 3 minutes and leaving a like enough? So our instructions are always in our video descriptions, but specifically the way that we've been connecting here for the last 4 years is that it starts with a conversation. Take your time, meet people one by one. Once you know you've got somebody's attention, let them know you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel, watch a full video. So it's best if we can watch a full video from beginning to end. If all somebody has is live streams, or if you find yourself under a time crunch or something like that, my suggestion then would be to put a live stream replay into a playlist, like your watch later list or something, that you're going to use, and then you can let that run later after you've watched a bit of it and left a comment. But the very best way is to watch a full video of at least 3 minutes, leave a meaningful, genuine comment of 3 or 4 sentences, give the thumbs up, subscribe, put the notification bell on, and that should make the connection stick. And then, oh, we don't do links here, by the way, as well. TCG fam, thank you so much for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We're going to get that channel ready to go in a second here. As a matter of fact, I think they're ready to go right now. So hopefully everybody will connect with Blaster Crochet, another incredibly supportive creator. They've just been with us a couple of months now, but they've been here for almost every stream, and I see them out supporting others as well. And then TCG fam is in the house. Globies Travels. Oh, okay, you're just heading out. Thank you for that. And then, yes, just Jason Keto and more, all you dynamic creators. I use the same sentences all the time. I should mix it up a little bit. But I get set in my habits, right? And then, thank you, TCG fam. Yes. So we're going to look at their channel right now. They're working on 6,300 subscribers now. This creator's been a long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter as well. They just dropped a super chat right now. That's why we're looking at their channel right away. They've done that countless times before. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then they are bringing us a lot of mukbang-style taste test reviews often, and a little bit of variety to go along with that. They've got shorts on the channel. These have gotten into hundreds of views here, one over 600, which is recent actually. And then live streams, I've caught them many times, either in their home or they take us out to different restaurants and things like that. It's always a mukbang style hangout where we get to know them. So monetized, of course, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get, to their channel. And then Sasquatch Secrets, good to see you in the house. And yes, Yeona's Journeys. It's been a long time. I've been on YouTube for about 7 years, but I didn't start doing Tuber Chat until 4 years ago, and had just been introduced to the small YouTuber community a little while before that, not long. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go here. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Look at Scratch and Pete PA now. This creator is known here as a shining jewel in our family, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. And then Sister Winnie's in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Ghostly Winds from Australia. Oh, thank you, Scratch and Pete PA. Okay, right before Scratch and Pete PA, we're actually supposed to look at Native Wildman. I felt like I was forgetting something there, and I couldn't remember what on earth it was. I'm not staying as organized as I sometimes try to be. Forgive me for that, Native Wildman. We're going to look at your channel right now. Scratch and Pete PA will be next, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. So let's see what Native Wildman's got going on. And then, like I said, Ghostly Winds is in the house from Australia. That is the creator responsible for naming the playlist that I keep using called Ketchup, because I keep caught up with creators, and they gave it a fun name. I'm going to do that right now and put Native Wildman's latest video into my catch-up list. This is Sean Wilson. They've got quite a bit of information on their About section. They're going to go fishing. They're going to talk about fly tying knives, other random things. We see that in a little bit of outdoor content to go with a little bit of, it looks like all outdoor content, actually. I was about to say indoor content. There's a little bit there. And then shorts on the channel as well. This is somebody I'm still getting to know. Although they've been in the Tuber Chat family for a long time now, I'm still getting to know the channel and their content. They got 2,500 views, 5,800 views. We get an idea of some of the things that are working well for them in their shorts videos. And then live streams on the channel as well. Hopefully I can catch you for one of these. I don't think I've caught one yet. And it looks like they're back at it too. They just did one a week and a half ago. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of those. I got the notification bell on, of course. Blue House Travels Travel Services. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And yes, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. So next up is Scratch and Pete PA. Thank you, Native Wildman, for another super chat. They've done that many times before. Kristen Melinda actually is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right now. And we'll get Scratch and Pete PA ready to go. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Scratch and PPA, like I said, a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. He's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. Forgive me, actually, there's a story. I was making breakfast, not that it matters. I was making breakfast the other day, yesterday, on Tuesday. And I was in the chat. I had the computer open. I was ready for Pete's thing, and then all of a sudden something happened. Everything is fine, but I had to rush out right away, and I go, I have to lurk, and I just kind of took off. So I haven't seen the latest video yet, so I'm going to put that one into my catch-up list. Now, it's interesting because Scratch and PPA posts with perfect consistency. He's on every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. And if you can catch him for one of his premieres, because he always premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, Garden State Gardener, and a couple of others. It is very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. You'll also notice that this creator has presentation on the forefront of their mind. They have a bright, bold avatar that is matched by the thumbnails, which include content and a hint about the giveaways that happen in their video series, and their banner is updated every single week, if you can imagine that. And then their video editing skills have been complimented ever since their very first video over 3.5 years ago. Now, Scratch and PPA features the Scratch Challenge series of videos where he pits 2 lottery scratch tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique, and a lot of fun to be a part of. This creator expanded the content on his channel this year by taking a trip to Italy and bringing us his very first pop-up live stream. And then he's let us know we can expect more, so I know some of us are looking forward to that. Most of us are looking forward to that. And then shorts on the channel. I'm sure everybody will be excited that he has expanded the content on the channel as well with vlogging style shorts and more Italian lottery ticket scratching. We might not have otherwise seen that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA. He got to 2,000 subscribers and is just skyrocketing now, halfway to 2,100. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then, oh, really unmeasurable, yeah. But that's okay, rambling with the brooms. If that's the case, that's all the much better for what I'm looking for when it comes to the effects that a small amount of electricity has on the fuel consumption in a larger vehicle, let's just say. And I know I just missed a channel coming into the chat. Oh, pardon me, I wanted to catch that. The Stock Explorer, yes, I got you on the wheel as soon as you were here. I meant to say hello. I had it in my mind while I was talking there. Talking as I always do. So the Stock Explorer's here as a member and a moderator. I just mentioned them because they've got a lively chat that goes on with their live streams as well. We've got them on the wheel. Bella's Whisper Farmstead's coming up in a second here. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So the next channel we're looking at is Kristen. This is Bella's Whisper Farmstead. And homesteading on a budget is the theme of the channel. We've had this influx for a couple of years now. I guess it's getting on almost a few years where we've got a lot of homesteading friends. And what I find with the creators behind these channels is a similar generosity, wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others. So one of the examples between these creators, at least in collaborations, and their generosity is the willingness to show us their garden tours in one of the latest huge collaborations from our dear friend Gail Southern Living. The Garden Tour Club is something we see on quite a few of our homesteading friends channels. Lots of outdoor content on this channel, and they're also working on a barn dominium as well, kind of tiny house style there. And I always enjoy that kind of thing, even though I don't engage in too much of it just yet. When we look at shorts on the channel, we get into 2,600, 3,100 views and beyond, and then live streams are frequent as well. So Bella's Whisper Farmstead has been on. It looks like they might be going a little bit more than once a week soon enough. They've just started these. One of them, pardon me, the latest cooking video was a pop-up, actually, they let us know. And then they've got this ASMR. One of the things we got to think about, I haven't talked about it very much, is the idea of reuse content. Not an issue for this channel, they're just starting. But YouTube has made videos now. You can find this kind of stuff in your YouTube studio. Just a week or two ago, they made a video talking about reuse content, and we've heard about a sweep that's gone on where a lot of creators have had trouble with their channels because of similar content. So what YouTube lets us know is that reuse content is when we take something usually that we haven't made and try to do, like, let's say a reaction video is a good example. If you don't add enough value to what you're using, that's a big problem. My suggestion is to never take anything you didn't make, but you know, it's easier said than done, let's say. The other idea behind reuse content that we wonder about is putting the same types of things up over and over. So we have to be careful. Doing something like this is beautiful, like a live relaxing ASMR by the creek. And then suggestion might be that somebody could find that kind of thing in different types of weather so that the video is clearly different constantly, maybe different seasons as well. So they're in central Georgia. I can't believe snow is a part of their life, or at least not often. But, you know, for instance, when I say seasons, I'm not sure if your leaves change color the way they do in Canada. I happen to live in Niagara Falls. So when I think about outdoor live streaming or outdoor videos, I think about the idea that even the same location could be filmed at least 4 times a year, maybe 8 if you count day and night. And then when you think about rain and other types of things that might come along, it adds it as well. But we have to be careful about those kind of things. It's up to everybody to make sure we read the YouTube Terms of Service community guidelines and watch the videos that the creator team puts out for us so that we can be a little more clear on the things that they never seem to want to make very clear. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Oh yeah, so yeah, Yeona's Journeys. Most of us who are monetized will probably agree that even though we chase AdSense money when we start our YouTube channels, it actually turns out to be one of the smallest portions of revenue that ends up coming in. So it makes it that much easier for somebody like myself, let's say, to knock the ads right off. There's no ads on Superchat live streams, and you've seen the robots mention that in the chat, Nightbot or Streamlabs or whichever one's doing it, I forget now. And that allows everybody to get in and out of here all the time, because that's the whole point of Superchat, is for people to be leaving to go watch somebody else's video and then coming back. The problem is, if everybody was doing that and the ads were on, in a stream like this, everybody would just skip the ads, right? And who could blame anybody in that case? We never want to skip ads for each other. Or, you know, like, at least within reason. You know, any video can be an ad, so you don't want to, you know, hopefully land on these ones that are half an hour long. But in Superchat, it just makes sense to have people in and out. And as the robot says, you know, everybody can see this channel's doing fine. We got lots of contributions financially that cover far more than that ad money ever would have. So we just decided to take them out. However, to be transparent, of course, I put them on the replays, because why not, right? John123, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. The magic on this channel really is in being there while it's live. Anybody could go back and watch a replay and like catch the channels that I've talked about, hear what I have to say about them if you wanted to, but I certainly don't ever expect anybody to run these replays. And of course, we've been monetized in our Solid for a long time. So we're working on our music channel now, but this one's solid and set. The other thing too, for anybody that hasn't already seen, all the same music in the background of Superchat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. It's all published on all major music platforms like Spotify, Deezer, Amazon, YouTube Music, Google, everywhere else. And we have a separate channel on YouTube as well for that, where the music's available, as well as a 24-hour live stream, which is like a virtual nightclub, and it gives you the chance to meet other creators in the same way we do here. There's a video game going, everybody can participate, and we have link drops over there, and people trickle in and out. And then Kristen Melinda is just asking a quick question. This is the creator that's up on the screen right now. So they're just saying recommendations on streaming services. They've tried StreamYard and Restream. As a matter of fact, the music stream runs through Restream. So I use OBS on a cloud-based computer, or server if you want to call it that, to run the music stream. It runs through Restream, even though we're only streaming on YouTube right this second. And then Superchat runs on Streamlabs desktop on a laptop that I actually use in front of me, right? I happen to be on a Mac. You can probably see that from the screen. And then Superchat, though, started with StreamYard. And when you've seen those clips that I've played, I'm going to play another one in another 5 minutes or so here, from our podcast series. I used StreamYard for those interviews because I love that service. It's the most popular one for YouTubers, it seems, when we get into StreamYard panels and having other people join us for live streams and things like that. But I love StreamYard. Pardon me, they've added a lot of features since the early days when we were using that for Superchat. But I just use Streamlabs desktop because it's got more bells and whistles, as you can see around the screen a little bit. I barely scrape the surface of what's possible. But this is a utilitarian channel, so we're really just here to put a few things on the screen and talk for a few hours. Some of the gaming channels really get elaborate when it comes to their streams. Judgment Day, Mike Harper, good to see you in the house. And thank you, DJ's Adventures and Beyond, for the share. Oh, I think I missed a question or a comment from Calico Panthers Catch a Deal there. That's Penny. She is a friend who always brings fun into our chat. Yes, thank you. And then Kristen Melinda's up on the screen right now. There's another creator I'm still getting to know. Now, they got 149 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 200 we know that they're thinking about. I'm going to grab one of their latest videos here. I'm actually going to grab... You're making me laugh with the spider relocation method. Yes, that's actually an informative video and a good idea. I don't mind taking care of spiders the traditional way. I'm going to take your latest karaoke video and I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit and get another piece of content watched. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels and the content by hanging out in premieres, live streams, and things like that. I get to know the content a little bit better, and if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators over there as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Thank you for the share on X, by the way, Cabarar Gaming. Shorts on Kristen Melinda have gotten into 1,500 and 7,500 views. Live streams are something they've been doing frequently, almost every day, actually. I don't know why I'm not seeing these come up in my notifications, but hopefully I'll catch you for one of those. And then they let us know on their About page what we can expect from the channel, so I'll read that when I have a chance to hang out and look at one of your videos again. Let's spin the wheel. Coastal Water is in the house. I got to get them on the wheel along with Cabarar Gaming. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat after a long period of time. Actually, specifically, another half hour from now, I'll add another name to our list from our chat based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. R&W Farmstead, Tony Walsh is in the house. I've got them on the wheel. They happen to be a member as well. And, again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. The Pipe Guy. I always forget to put up The Pipe Guy. Bluehost Travels Travel Services. Yes, everybody will be happy to see more content. Life certainly gets in the way. I'm behind all the time. I've fallen completely behind on my personal channel. But which happens constantly. The Pipe Guy is actually Home Bartending with John's second channel. That's the one we're going to look at right now. He just came up on the wheel. Let me get his channel up here, and then we'll look at the pipe guy in a second. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So Kristen Melinda's also mentioning the karaoke. So here's the thing. Karaoke is only ever going to possibly bring you copyright claims, not strikes, right? And claims, while you don't want too many of them, you can survive with a few. What I imagine about karaoke is you're going to find a lot more copyright claims where the artist will be sharing, because you're actually performing and then their song is the subject, as opposed to somebody like myself. I used to work in the music business, so I got a bit of music, quite a bit of music on my personal channel. My allergies are driving me bananas today for no reason. On my personal channel, I've got lots of copyright claims where the artists are taking all the money, right, for the ads and this and that. I'm happy to have the subscribers and the views on the videos, and it's work that I've done in the past in a roundabout sort of way. So it might be a little bit different, and that's what my imagination says. So as you do the music videos, you see what copyright claims will come in. If it starts to make you uncomfortable, then I would just stop or space it out and, you know, add more variety to the channel. But these are just ideas. But as long as you don't get, you know, like too many of those copyright claims where YouTube basically tells us that if you have too many copyright claims, they may deny monetization. Although I had many on my channel before I ever got monetized in the first place, and it was fine. IVB Creates, good to see you that are still here. I'm going to put you back on the wheel. For any of our members, I'm wiping the wheel out every hour now. So if you're here but are just like running the stream in the background or lurking and things like that, once in a while you just want to see, I know it's hard to see your name on the wheel, but if you're unsure, you can just ask us if you're still there, or give us a nudge to make sure that you're still there, and we'll make sure. Ghostly Winds always has creative things to say in the chat. And then Krista Melinda, if you want, so anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time. For instance, I love talking YouTube, but I'd be happy to elaborate more than I can here in Tuberchat when I'm speaking so fast. When it comes to anything, copyright claims, you know, and questions about some of the things we might do, especially when it comes to music. Home Bartending with John is up on the screen. This is a creator. I always forget to put his second channel up, still to this day. I don't know why on earth it's such a problem. I'm going to remember right now to put up the Pipe Guy in a second, because really interesting what he's doing. He's got 2 one-of-a-kind channels in the Tuberchat family, if you can imagine that. Let's talk about his content in a quick second here. I got to catch up with the chat. Judgment Day, Mike Harper's just dropping a super chat. We'll put his channel up in a moment. We're going to go on a break in a second here. I'll talk about that in a moment. And then Bluehost Travels Travel Services is talking about if you do music covers a cappella, you still, in my imagination, because I haven't done it, but my imagination tells me that you will likely get copyright claims for using other people's music, right? The music industry is an evil, wild beast. And anybody who's a Taylor Swift fan for the last few years would know, like, some of the horror that she's had to go through and things like that. But it gets really, really sticky over there when it comes to licensing and the nonsense that the music industry came up with 100 years ago or whatever it was to drive us all bananas, and forgive me while I rant. But when we think about the idea of using other content, here's an idea. If you wanted to try something to see if it was going to work, you're not going to get in trouble doing an a cappella version of somebody else's song. You're not going to get like a copyright strike for that, right? That comes in video when you're using material that does not belong to you. But if you're just singing a song, what you could do is make the video, put it up as private, and let it sit there for a week. and see what happens. YouTube will give you your copyright claim if it's coming, usually pretty quick. Although, like I said, the music industry is very evil at times. And so what can happen is these record companies change licensing all the time. So whatever music publishing label put out your favorite artist 10 years ago, that artist might have had all of their master recordings resold to different record labels all over the world under different contracts for the last 10 years, several times. I know it sounds ridiculous what I'm talking about, but I promise you, it's just a bit of a nightmare. So it's possible to put a video up and not get a copyright claim on it for like 6 years. I just had another one from, 2 years ago? It's literally like sitting in my dashboard right now. I don't even remember what song it is. But these are ideas. And then if you're going to do that kind of thing, you might want to also have a look at other couple of channels that are doing what you're thinking about doing. You could reach out to them and ask them if they've had any trouble or if they have suggestions. So when I talk about the idea of putting so much copyright music on my own channel, my personal channel has a lot of stuff. I used to be a DJ, and I used to do what we call post-production remixes of songs. If you go and listen to them, you'll know what I'm talking about. All it is like mixing the song around, making it a little bit more club-friendly or exciting, if you want to put it that way. I have lots of copyright claims over there, but it's a different thing than when you're doing your own rendition of somebody else's song. So it's just an idea. Copyright for your wind chimes, that's interesting. Not to mention, there is lying, cheating, and stealing over there, just like there is in any other industry. I'm not saying it's prominent, I'm just saying it exists, where there are people out there who are able to get their hands on music and other sound effects and then put claims on other people's stuff, claiming that it's theirs, and it becomes a fight whether you can prove that you have it or not. So it's quite a disaster. Robert Mac Media, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. So the idea, like I said, not that I want to be negative about it all. If you're there you go. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures are still getting copyright claims from 2020. I get them all the time. So again, my suggestion is this: if you're unsure, film a video or record a video, but just don't put it up right away. You can let it percolate in the back of YouTube for, I think, 2 years or something like that. And you can always take something down if you want to afterwards. You just don't want to let too many copyright claims build up, but a few isn't going to hurt anybody. So Home Bartending with John is up on the screen right now. Pardon me for 1 second here. Home Bartending with John is going to teach us how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. We don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what John's got here, but he shows us what it takes to keep a bar like this replenished and some of the tools we're going to need behind the bar to make those famous cocktails. He brings series like low-calorie cocktails or non-alcoholic mocktails, and when he does a recipe, he brings us different variations as well. He takes requests on his channel. He's done that for me a couple of times already. He'll do the same for you as you get to know him. He also does a lot of product reviews on the channel as well as comparisons. The latest one is of different kinds of beers, and then he's done some for liquors and liqueurs as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Home Bartending with John. He happens to be a silver member, which means we see his channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, whether he's here or not, even though he's here just about every day. And shorts on the channel have gotten into 2,300, even 7,700 views and beyond. And then Home Bartending with John is getting dangerously close to the 500 subscribers. He just needs a few more, so I'm hoping we can get him a little bit closer. He'll likely have it by the time we see him on the weekend. And then The Pipe Guy is the second channel from this creator, another one of a kind, because what he's creating over here is a style of art made with, how does he put it, industrial pipe art, as well as industrial pipe lamps. So this is really, really cool. Quite a crafty idea, dare I say. And hopefully everybody will connect with the Pipe Guy and Home Bartending with John and see the creativity over here as well. 33 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the first 100. So we're gonna go on a break in a couple of or in a moment here. Pardon me, my allergies are driving me nuts. I can't stop with this. Hopefully I'll do something about it over the break. What we'll do is take a break. What I'm going to do is play a clip from our podcast series that's coming up. It's an interview with a creator that has been with us for over 3 years now and has long past their 10,000 subscribers. We've already got the first 2 episodes basically published and ready to go. We're going to drop them as premieres at the first Saturday on the first Saturday of each month, so you can set your reminders for those. The conversations go on for longer than an hour, and sometimes even almost as much as 2 hours. But I promise you, the information that you're going to find in there is pure gold. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, what I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to I think it was 82 was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at 4,000 subscribers aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that. Instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
Pardon me, I just needed another second there. And we're back. So we're looking at, pardon me, Judgment Day Mike Harper. They dropped a super chat right before we went on that break there. And this creator also has a couple of channels, so we'll look at both of those. Thanks for that super chat, by the way. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order. And we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. And pardon me, because I just walked away for a second there, literally. And then, yes, Bluehouse Travels Travel Services. So I've got a few clips that I keep playing. 2 each from the first 3 episodes of that podcast that is upcoming. And I've got 3 of the episodes recorded and 2 more creators lined up that have also been a part of the Superchat family and have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. We're also looking at Judgment Day Mike Harper here. So this creator's working on 500 subscribers right now. He gives us a bit of information on his about page about the creator behind the channel and what to expect. I'm just going to take his latest shopping at Walmart video and put that in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators that Ghostly Winds had named for us. Yes, Ghostly Winds is up next, but thank you for that. Yes, another super chat. He's done that countless times before as well. Judgment Day Mike Harper has got some video gameplay here and a lot of talking head videos where we get to know the creator. Shorts on the channel have now started to get over 1,000 views, over 2,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel are occasional as well. This creator's usually on at least once a week, but he's got 2 different channels and he mixes up the content here. So Michael W. Harper is where we get to know this creator a little bit better. And I'm going to drop the handle for this because Michael W. Harper can be a little bit harder to find. He's just approaching the first 100 subscribers here. And when we look at this channel, we see a lot of DVD reviews and another chance to get to know this creator. He's got some shorts over here getting into 400 views and beyond. And then live streams over here. Occasionally he puts them on this channel and mixes things up. So hopefully everybody will connect with Michael W. Harper and Judgment Day Mike Harper. And thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And then Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network is in the house. That's another one-of-a-kind channel that brings us fantasy football. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So Ghostly Winds is up here right now. This is a friend from Australia, but somebody that we've known almost from the beginning of Superchat. It's well over 3.5 years now. Ghostly Winds is somebody I've been able to get to know and can tell everybody that this creator cares very much about their community and those of us in the Superchat family over and above the typical things that I talk about. You know, I'm very lucky as the host of Superchat to get to know a lot of creators. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. But Ghostly Winds is somebody who will go over and above when it comes to care, like I said, about the YouTube community and those of us in the Superchat family. So what they bring to us is retro video gameplay. And you notice the Sega and Nintendo logos on their banner. This creator does video shorts and streams. You can feel the energy in this creator while they're playing. They always give everybody a warm welcome into their live streams. They mix up a lot of popular video games, but it's interesting that after all this time, I literally grew up with Nintendo and Sega, but this creator is able to introduce me to games that I did not already either play or know even existed, to be honest with you. And then when we get into shorts videos on the channel, These are starting to get into 1,600 views. Ghostly Wins has really experimented with shorts over the years, and then videos are frequent on the channel. As we can see, they typically try to post a few times a week. So hopefully everybody will connect with Ghostly Wins. We'd love to get them a little bit closer to that 800 subscribers. We know they're thinking about it. Points Blank Travel, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. We were on a panel together for the first time the other day with Charlene Heel on her second channel. And I've known Rod from Points Blank for a long time now. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Thank you again, Judgment Day, Mike Harper, and Ghostly Wins for those super chats. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Jonathan Sturgill's in the house, and it looks like the next channel we're going to look at is Sweet Melissa. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Sweet Melissa is a popular name for a channel, so I'm just gonna drop her link right now. She's got an interesting handle. It's different from her channel name. But we want to make sure we get to the right Sweet Melissa. This one here you'll recognize as soon as you get there. This creator lets us know they're part of a lot of product review and product testing programs or websites. So they get a lot of these products and then they bring them to us in videos on their channel. A lot of product reviews here. So I'm going to take the latest one. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. I think this is actually looks like a giveaway, if I'm not mistaken. So they've got a few different types of things on the channel, but the products that they bring can be in just about any industry. I see snacks there, I see skincare products there, paper products. They've got shorts on the channel as well. These bring variety like most creators, regardless of category or niche. They bring variety into the shorts videos. These have gotten into a couple thousand views now, one over 7,000, which is great to see. Sweet Melissa's here just about every day. They've just been with us for a few months now, but they try to make every stream. I appreciate that, of course. I know not everybody can, so I appreciate every moment, but Sweet Melissa, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and with 161 subscribers, we'd love to push her a little bit farther towards the 200 we know she's thinking about. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Next up is Jody from Marketplace Boutique. This is another creator who's here with us frequently, has started collaborating already. We see her with Backyard Trucker a few times in live streams. Marketplace Boutique has another one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuber Chat family. We've got a couple other creators that have helped us with buying and selling. Baskets Resale comes to mind. We've got a few friends that do online auctions and things like that. But Marketplace Boutique talks to us about the magic of finding the right things to buy and then sell, hopefully for a profit, while giving people a good deal on platforms like eBay. She's been running an e-commerce business since 1998, and she'll talk to us about the technical aspects of shipping and listing and things like that. As a matter of fact, she even takes us shopping occasionally. Once in a while, she'll bring some variety into the channel. But the real magic here is finding the right things to buy and sell. Often what she'll do is buy a collection of different things and then split it up and sell the stuff individually. So I'm just going to grab her latest video. It's another jewelry box here full of stuff. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That's that playlist that I use to keep caught up with creators, named by our dear friend Ghostly Wins from Australia there. And then we look at Marketplace Boutique and we see that this creator's got a lot of shorts here that have really moved. So they've gotten into 12,000, even 19,000 views on one of these, which is great to see. And like most creators, they bring pure variety into their shorts videos. When we look at live streams, we see that this creator's been, pardon me, doing these frequently. I've got this thing going on with like hiccups all day today. This creator has been live streaming at least once a week, but they've been doing a few frequently, which is really, really cool. I'm sorry I haven't caught any for a while. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, of course. And then let's spin the wheel, and we'll get another channel up onto the screen. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So Cabarar Gaming is coming up right now, and this is another creator who's been with us for about 3.5 years. And this creator also mixes up a lot of video gameplay, but more mainstream titles, let's just say, from the last 10 or 20 years. Cabarar Gaming brings us almost 3,300 subscribers, and they post almost every single day. They mix up a lot of popular titles here. Of course, Grand Theft Auto is my game of choice. Doesn't matter which one it is. Next year, we're going back to Vice City. I'm very excited. Cabarar Gaming's monetized, of course, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. This is where we start to see the effects that shorts can have in a gaming channel, where the shorts are reflecting the long form content, where they've gotten into 15,000, 45,000, 63,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel, of course, they're mixing up gameplay, but they bring these out frequently as well, almost every day. Now they've got a second channel here called Cabarar Vlogs and Adventures, I believe. And when we look at Cabarar Vlogs and Adventures, we're going to see tips, tricks, tutorials, and tech from the same creator behind Cabarar Gaming. They've got another bar chart race here, so I'm going to take this video, put it into my catch-up list. It's a perfect video to connect with because it's over 3 minutes. And then they bring a lot of variety. Some of these can start to get into slightly advanced topics, but always informative. And then they got some shorts over here as well, getting into 157, 1/700, which is great to see. And then live streams on this channel. They're just chasing some watch hours right now. So if anybody wants to swap watch hours, of course, you can reach out to anybody in the chat just by simply saying I am willing to swap playlists like we do all the time. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. I know it's a little bit early considering our last break there, but what we'll do is go for another 3.5 minutes right now. I'm going to wipe the wheel out for any of our members that aren't still in the chat. So if you're still listening and lurking and hanging out, just please be active in the chat. I'll keep you in there or get you back on there. And the next channel that we're going to look at is going to be John123. All right, we're back. We're going to look at John123. So this is somebody who's one of our newer members. I think this is the first time that we're putting their channel on the screen. I could be mistaken, but this is really interesting because this creator comes to us from Niagara Falls, Canada, I believe, and I also happen to live there. This creator's got 35 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the first 100. When we look through their videos, we see some beautiful views, and I recognize a little bit of this. I recognize that very well, of course, but hopefully everybody will connect with them. There's our famous GO train that travels between metropolitan cities. I'm not sure how far that goes, if it goes right across Canada or if it's an Ontario thing. I've only taken it once that I can remember. And then when we look through the videos, we got to make sure we're catching a video that's over 3 minutes. There's plenty here, but that's so that we can keep our connection solid. Of course, there's the Skylon Tower, by the way. I talk about that all the time. Hopefully going there in the next couple of days. A dear friend of mine, Elevate with Vern, is coming to Niagara Falls. She arrives tomorrow. Excuse me while my allergies are driving me nuts. I can't do anything about it right now. But we expect to go to the Skylon Tower at least during the day, if not for dinner. But John123, I'm looking forward to seeing more of what you're going to do. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but I'm going to take this USA border hydro video. I put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, and I'll give you that thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on. Of course, like I do for all creators, that should make our connection stick, and then hopefully have our notification bell on so that you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here 3 times a week at least, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Aaron at Lawson, good to see you in the house. Patrick Stahl, good to have you back. And then John123 was from New Brunswick and now lives here. So that's interesting to know and to see. And then when we look at Coastal Water, I see a beautiful new avatar. That's really spectacular, actually. Coastal Water's been a long time a long time friend. She's saying don't forget to subscribe on her banner. I'm reading while I'm looking at it because I think that's new as well. Coastal Water is a longtime friend that's got over 1,600 subscribers. I think they've been with us about 3 years now. We had this influx of homesteading channels start to come into the Superchat family, and even though I don't know if I'd consider this quite a homesteading channel, her and her husband both have channels. They both support each other. We're going to look at Backlash Fisherman in a quick second, but they bring us similar content because there's a mix of indoor and outdoor together. So often I group a lot of creators together when I talk about homesteading, just because of the outdoor element, and that can include camping, hiking, fishing, as well as farming, ranching, and of course traditional homesteading. So Coastal Water, oh, you just created that avatar today. Yeah, it's really, it's amazing because it looks like it's glowing, right? So that's really cool. Coastal Water is somebody who brings us a lot of mix when it comes to indoor and outdoor content. So sometimes they're in the kitchen. They share those responsibilities with their husband, actually. They both bring us similar content. She's got Cooking with Coastal here. That can happen in videos or streams. She's got unboxing videos on the channel as well. Sometimes she takes us out on a family adventure. She's got shorts over here at over 10,000 views on one of these, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel also feature these car confessions, which are a ride-along live stream. There's Backlash Fisherman there, and a lot of family togetherness on this channel as well. So Coastal Water and her husband, Backlash Fisherman, have been dear friends for a very long time. Like I said, well over 3 years, I'm sure. And we'll look at Backlash Fisherman's channel. Fishing first over here. This creator's a first responder, and they bring us all different types of fishing, actually. But then they head into the kitchen as well for some live streams called Cooking with Backlash, and then they do some hobby hangouts, and they do some ride-along live streams as well. And they'll take us fishing during the live stream. So lots of different content here. And these creators together have been, like I said, dear friends for a long time, well over 3 years. So hopefully everybody will connect with Coastal Water and her husband, Backlash Fisherman. We'll get the next channel ready to go. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then Rushing Wind Mountain is coming up right now. By the way, when we went on that last break, I put Matthew's Bushcraft onto the wheel. Every hour, I grab a name from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Duchess of Darkness, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Pardon me. IVB Creates is still in the house. I've got them on the wheel. Oh, pardon me. Duchess of Darkness, I'm getting onto the wheel. I just spun, and we're going to look at Rushing Wind Mountain. And Rushing Wind Mountain is Ruby. So sometimes you see people referring to Ruby in the chat. That's who we're talking about. This creator's working on 3,400 subscribers now. They bring us a bit of a mix here, almost like ASMR type videos, but they're actually beautiful views along with pleasing audio. Now, not only do they bring us a lot of nature on the channel, but they also bring us a lot of wildlife, and you see more of that in the shorts videos. And if you dig through these, you'll find some humorous moments actually, and some of these have done really well, getting into 9,500 here almost, and then 15,000. And live streams on the channel are something they've been experimenting with, so they've tried both the horizontal and the vertical live streams, and we'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to keep those up, and they give us some ideas about what more to expect on their about page here. But Rushing Wind Mountain's another creator who I think has been with us for about 3 years. I think I've known Ruby from Rushing Wind Mountain about the same amount of time as Coastal Water and Backlash Fisherman, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, so I hope nobody takes offense to that, and I hope everybody takes inspiration from the idea that I actually lose track of how long some of these friendships have gone on. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And next up is Big Family Expedition. So this is another family of creators, but another creator who's been coming in just about every stream. I know not everybody can. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. But Big Family Expedition's got an interesting story behind their channel. You can read about it on their About page. But they were actually living on the road for a long time. It's a large family. They decided to add one more family member. So they settled down for a little while and are about to hit the road again. So what they bring us on their channel is the conversion of this bus into an RV as they get ready to start living on the road again. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. You can read that from their About page there. They post frequently, and then they've got shorts on the channel as well. These have started to get now, pardon me, into 2,500, even 10,000 views and beyond. And then live streams. I haven't caught one of these yet, but I'm hoping that I will. And these creators, again, 667 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 700 we know they're thinking about. And they have been incredibly loyal and dedicated as supporters ever since finding the Tuber Chat family. And like I said, that's only been what I think is a couple of months now. And let's spin the wheel. So they're going to be live every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Central. So I forget for the life of me how that correlates here. If it's at 10 p.m. Eastern, a little while after Just Jason Keto's on every Thursday. We know that Social Media Grow Show, our feature channel for today, is live just about every day as well. IVB Creates is coming up right now as well. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. It really help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. Moment. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then IVB Creates is here. Yeah, thank you, Scratch and PPA. I looked over and realized what I'd just done. IVB Creates is here with over 1,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,200 that they're thinking about. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Yes, my allergies are driving me bonkers. There's no reason for this. I have no idea what's going on today. I've been outdoors most of the day. And I really do make that noise, and I can't blow my nose without making that noise. I don't know why it is. I've only done it a couple times here on Tuber Chat. I'm sure it's amusing. The first time I did it, I think it was Sam's Logs, Trains, and More. He's like, what on earth was that noise? But I don't know what it is. When I sneeze, it's violent and loud and everything else. It's not for attention. I promise it's not. I don't know how to do it without that. It's silliness. Anyway, pardon me, everyone. IVB Creates is here, and this is a creator that's going to talk to us about crafting, creating, crocheting, a designer, a pattern writer, and a pattern tester. And she talks about a lot of different things on her About section there to give us an idea of what to expect. I'm just going to take the latest video. It's quite short here. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list, but keep in mind, again, I know I've said it a few times today, but we want to make sure we're watching videos that are at least 3 minutes long from every channel while we're connecting with them. It doesn't have to be the latest video, doesn't have to be the oldest one, doesn't have to be the most popular one. Any one at all is fine to connect with. And of course, I only talk about the minimums as well. Everybody's free to watch more videos than I suggest. The Stock Explorer, I don't know how I accidentally deleted your name off the wheel, so forgive me for that. And Jesse Miller Unboxings and More. I had cleared the wheel out a while ago. Yes, I make the elephant sound. That's exactly what I was looking for there. So pardon me, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I'm allergic to everything. It's probably the weather. Today I was in Niagara Falls today. I booted it to Toronto tonight, but it was 21 degrees Celsius. So what on earth is that? 74, I think, or something like that. So we're getting pretty close to summer weather. IVB Creates has got some shorts here. These have gotten into 2300 and beyond. And then live streams on the channel as well are frequent. So these are about once a week. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. It's been a couple weeks already, but IVB Creates is here with us just about every day in Tuber Chat as well. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I was wrong. I just said to the Stock Explorer I must have deleted your name, but I was wrong. I actually had it on there twice. It was on the wheels right beside Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. The Stock Explorer is here as a member and a moderator. Oh, I'm unique, Rushing Wind Mountain. I promise you that. For sure. The Stock Explorer is well over 2,000 subscribers now. They did the same thing. They passed 2,000 and are blown right past towards 2,100. And the Stock Explorer brings a few different things on her channel. She's here as a member and a moderator and has been for a long time. A friend of long over 3.5 years now, I believe. Monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. This creator often has product in hand, and what they intend to do is talk to us about the stock markets more than anything else, a little bit of crypto talk as well. They do that in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They bring us shorts, videos, and live streams with everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like options trading and NFTs. This creator as well brings a lot of shorts. These bring pure variety, actually. So, like most creators in the Tuber Chat family, regardless of niche or category, there's variety in the shorts videos. But these have now gotten into 10,000 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel. This creator can often bring us charts and graphs when they're talking stocks, or they do a lot of StreamYard panels with friendly faces. I joined them on their channel once a while back for a couple hours talking about YouTube. And then they also do a lot of lottery ticket scratching now on their channel, as well as Happy Mail videos and shoutouts for other creators. But some of what they do with the lottery tickets are scratch battles, where they get other channels involved, and it can get very exciting and fast-paced and high energy. So you'll find a vibrant live chat there as well that rivals those of Scratch and PPA or Hilda DC and a few others. When we look at Tropical Buzz, we see a second channel from this creator where they want to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they will grow themselves. They're from Florida, so they've got the weather for it for sure. They're working on 300 subscribers right now, and they've got a few shorts over here. These have started to move into hundreds of views as well, getting close to 700 over there. Nora's a hard worker. How they manage to keep up, still streaming a few times a week, is beyond me, but they do. And Nora is somebody who also cares very much about those of us in the Tuber Chat family, as well as their own community. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. For that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres and live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. So next up is going to be Duchess of Darkness, and this is another creator who's a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, of course. I'm going to drop the last of 3 for today, out of 6 in total that I have, clips from our podcast series. These are just tiny little pieces of conversations that went on for at least an hour, if not 2 hours, with different creators, and they're incredibly informative. The first 2 episodes are published, ready to go. You can set reminders for the premieres that are posted on the front of the Tuber Chat channel. And these creators have all been with Tuber Chat for at least 3 years, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was, I think, your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was pushed to the back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together. So we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they perform the way they done were pushed to the back. But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check your analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. Because you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even like scrolling up and down and like how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, like, you know, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not like go with YouTube's policies. Like, we have a lot of fun with like pranking each other and stuff like that. Like, what we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or like pranks wise, that like skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do like, say, like a trend of meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that like shorts really help us have like, you know, them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're like, I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, we're back looking at Duchess of Darkness. Now, this is a creator that lets us know they narrate the stories of our nightmares. On this channel, they read horror, true scary stories, no sleep Reddits, paranormal, creepy, true crime, and occasional poetry as well. They're open for collabs too, by the way. Collaborating with other creators is one of the best ways, in any way at all, when we talk about collaborating, to grow your channel. When you're featured on somebody else's channel, you are all but guaranteed to grab a handful of subscribers. People always want to know, who are you talking about, who's on the screen, that kind of thing. Duchess of Darkness has got a brand new video from literally 2 hours ago, right at the beginning of Superchat. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list right now so I can keep caught up. They got another video coming out in a few days here, or a couple days. And then shorts on the channel as well have gotten into 400, 600 views, and there's a bit of variety there, and we'll likely see those grow as they post more and more. I'm going to take another video here from your featured position. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's from a couple months ago. What happens is when you watch a video, or run a video, but let's say watch a video that somebody's got featured on their front page, the next time I go to the channel, it will have disappeared into the background again. They're working on 1,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. I got Lewis Acre Farm Karma onto the wheel right now, and hopefully everybody enjoyed those clips that I keep playing from our podcast series. That's coming up, and those conversations are extremely informative. I've learned from each one already, and I promise you there is gold in there. The magic behind what I tried to do in that podcast series is not give too much of my own opinion and really just let the guests answer the questions. Because everybody gets to hear from me as much as they want, and not everybody's going to agree on every single aspect of our YouTube journey. So I promise you, you're going to find a lot of really interesting information from our friends there. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is another creator that's been with us for about 3.5 years. And this creator's support, not only for myself and for us in Superchat and all of our friends, has increased over the years. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More has another new video from today. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about to keep caught up with creators. What Jesse Miller Unboxings and More does more than anything else are unboxings from subscription services like mystery boxes. Most of these are monthly. Some of them come out quarterly, things like that. And they got boxes for everything now. They've got jewelry, they got beauty and bath products, there's snacks, there's stationery, there's entertainment, there's all sorts of stuff. And Jesse Miller Unboxings and More mixes these up all the time. When we look at her shorts videos, we see that she features a lot of the products that she's found in these mystery boxes in her shorts videos. So you see right away, bath and beauty products are frequent, snacks are right there, jewelry's here, stationary's over here, other interesting things throughout the channel. And Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is another dynamic host. This creator does a great job in live streams of keeping up with the chat. She's got another one coming up, a 2,000 subscriber celebration. She passed her 2,000 subscribers a few days ago, and she's going to celebrate that actually coming up, I believe, this weekend. Is it going to be on Friday? I think it's on Friday that she's doing that. So I'm gonna set a notification for myself. Pardon me for 1 second here.
Okay, I added Jesse Miller for Friday 2:45 p.m.
There you go. So hopefully Siri will make sure, because I expect to be out. I got a dear friend. Oh, am I mistaken? Oh, we're on Wednesday today. Why am I thinking it's Monday? I'm like completely lost. Yes, no, Sunday at 3. I'm so sorry, Jesse Miller. Yes, okay, that's okay. I'll leave my notification. I know it's Sunday, and I don't know why I'm thinking it's Monday for no reason at all. Even with my glasses, I can't see the time and the date on the computer there. I don't know what I'm thinking. But yeah, Sunday, my dear friend Elevate with Fern is coming to Niagara Falls. I'm going to spend a lot of time with her, I'm sure, for a couple of days. But she'll be probably leaving early on Sunday, and I'll be back in front of a computer, of course, which is always my happy place. And then Jesse Miller Unboxings and More. So hopefully everybody will set that notification. Either way, YouTube's going to give you the right time. We always set notifications for everything we see, whether they're premieres or live streams. even though we have the notification bell on for every channel. That's in the spirit of catching as much as we can for each other and making sure we see as much content from each other as we can as well. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. I've got Blue House Travels Travel Services and Jonathan Sturgill onto the wheel now. I'll have Jonathan Sturgill on there in a second if my copy and paste wants to work here. And what we're looking at right now is Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. So these are fellow Canadians as well, and I see you got a new banner. I'm not sure if that was there the last time I looked at the channel, but I know that they've got this new avatar as well. So these are great looking. These creators have been longtime friends as well for longer than 3 years, I believe. 3,500 subscribers on their channel. They're actually on their way to 3,400, or pardon me, 3,600. And Mike and Rihanna come to us from Medicine Hat, Alberta. So fellow Canadians, they caught the Northern Lights, which is great to see because a few people were asking who got this. I know Canadian Family Life got it. I can't for the life of me remember who else caught this in the Tuber Chat family that we just saw. But they caught that, so that'll be an interesting video to watch. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is a vlogging channel. They bring us indoors, they bring us outdoors, lots of adventures, and then a chance to get to know them as well. They bring shorts into their channel, and these have gotten into almost 6,000 views here, almost 7,000 views there. And they bring a lot of variety into their shorts videos. They've got another cruise planned for August of 2025, I believe, right, they said, which is the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. So they got a lot of creators going there. And then Mike recently got involved in travel as an agent. I think it's been almost a year now or close to it. And they've got another Sunday Fun live stream coming up. They've been doing Sunday Fun for as long as I can remember. They're usually on for a couple hours here, or at least an hour. They are always staying up with the chat and giving us a chance to get to know them. Now, they got a second channel as well. Pardon me. Oh, my head is like not here right now. Rihanna's Life Adventures is coming up right now as well. And Rihanna's Life Adventures is working on the first 100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. This is where we're going to get to know Rihanna a little bit better, although Mike is also featured on this channel. We saw that in a thumbnail there. We'll see him again in another shorts video. When we look at the variety in content here, we see it's complementary to their original channel. Here's the shorts that I'm talking about, and we'll likely see those grow as Rihanna posts more and more, and then live streams on the channel. She's done a bit of simulcasting from some of their travel content, and then as well breaks off into her own types of vlogging content as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Rihanna's Life Adventures. We'd love to push her towards that 100 subscribers we know she's thinking about. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. DJ's Adventures and Beyond, I've got you on the wheel. I think we just had Jonathan Sturgill come up. Yes. So we're going to look at his channel right now. His channels. Jonathan Sturgill is going to talk to us about music. I got DJ's Adventures and Beyond on the wheel also. Jonathan Sturgill has over 5,000 subscribers, but they actually came to us with, I think it was 4.9, pretty close to 5,000. Now, they bring a lot of reviews and comparisons for musical instruments and gear, but they also teach us how to play guitar and talk to us about the future of music through some of the AI systems that are out there now. I'm just going to grab the latest video they put up a couple of days ago. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them. They've got shorts on the channel as well. These have started to get into over 1,000 views, which is great to see. Jonathan Sturgill is monetized, of course, and lots of ways to support them then, including super chats and memberships when we get there. His second channel is called Product Scope, and this is where he's going to give us a lot of different reviews. What he's done mostly so far that I've seen is software as a service types of things. So he's got an animation system here, a AI system for cloning voices here, and then he's going to talk about Google and advertising and other things as well. He'll give you an idea of what to expect on the About page. He does a great job with those, letting us know exactly what to expect on his channels. And Product Scope is now at 50 subscribers, so we'd love to push this second channel for Jonathan Sturgill up towards that first 100. We know it's an exciting and important milestone for everybody in their YouTube journey. And then DJ's Adventures and Beyond is hoping to expand the content on their channel. Lewis Acres Farm Karma is making me laugh in the chat. Yes, we've been asked about the mustard list. Yeah, no, I don't have a mustard list just yet. Somebody's going to have to figure out what I can do with that. The problem is, you know, when I do anything, whether it's online or like writing or creative and stuff like that, I tend to sound like a textbook. Let's just say, while I would like to be fun, and I'm sure my family loves hanging around me, and I got, you know, friends that I've hung out with over the years and stuff like that, I'm sure it's all fun. But when I do things in a presentation format, like here, we're live streaming, I find that most of what I do is, you know, let's say well done, you know, most of the time, but not fun. I am not the most fun person in the world. So I do things specifically to bring out more fun, because I know that I typically wouldn't do that. Most of you have seen me in your premieres and live streams where I use all kinds of emojis, because I started out, you know, when emojis started to be a big thing a few years ago, I didn't really like them, and I didn't use them at all. So since I'm not the kind of person who would use a lot of emojis, now I use tons of emojis to try to add a little bit more fun into everything. Lewis Acre Farm is Karma, and what we're going to do here is look at the About section. There's a lot of information here. Their husband Logan as well. They got lots of information about where they are in Idaho. They're bringing us another homesteading and farming channel here. They've got a garden update. Lots of creators have done this. These are really interesting because, of course, we got friends from around the world with different climates and ideas, and different creators are growing different types of things. Not all of us can grow the same stuff either, right? If we wanted to. I say we, but I mean, you know, creators that are doing this haven't grown anything yet. So Lewis Acre Farm has got videos that seem to be coming out frequently. They're posting several times a week, and then I've got the latest one in that catch-up list that we're talking about. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 2,500, 6,100 views and beyond. There's Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead, and it's great to see creators shouting each other out or meeting each other. Live streams on this channel as well, so they've been on a few times now. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. They did an outdoor live stream. Looks like they were taking us shopping in the last one. So I'm looking forward to getting to know the channel better, and we'll push them hopefully a little bit farther towards the 300 that they're thinking about. And DJ's Adventures and Beyond is coming up in a second. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I just dropped a link there for our copyright-free music channel. There's a virtual 24-hour live stream that goes on over there that's already running. Everybody can hop over there if you'd like to and keep connecting. It's like a virtual nightclub. People trickle in and out of there, and there's a video game going, and we do link drops over there as well to make it faster. DJ's Adventures and Beyond is up on the screen. They've passed their 1,000 subscribers. They're going to do a celebration soon. I'm just going to take one of your latest videos, a ride-along video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with your channel. And then when we look at DJ's Adventures and Beyond, we see a lot of outdoor content. They're taking us for different looks around different areas. As we can see, they bring a lot of variety. They expect to expand that as well. They're doing camping as well as exploring the outdoors a lot of the time. And then shorts on the channel as well have gotten into 1,500, 1,700 views on a few of these, and hopefully everybody will connect with DJ's Adventures and Beyond. They've been friends here in Tuber Chat for I forget how long now. It might be 6 months, maybe longer, and hopefully everybody will connect with them. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Matthew's Bushcraft is up here right now. There's another creator that wants to bring us outdoors specifically so we can learn survival skills. And these are survival skills that people of all ages can learn, as a matter of fact. So this is a channel I'm still getting to know, but I love the idea of this. I happened to be a Boy Scout when I was a kid, so the only reason I mentioned that is because what I remember learning and doing while we were doing that kind of thing reminds me of what's happening on this channel here. So this is really cool, although this is on a higher level because I didn't learn survival. I learned to tie a few knots and light a fire. When we get into shorts videos on Matthew's Bushcraft's channel, we see that these have gotten into 2,100, 2,800 views and beyond. And they're talking about a few of these different survival skills here in bite-sized information. A lot of those knots I'm talking about as well. And then videos on the channel are occasional. So they put one out a month ago. We'll see if they're going to keep these up. And then they give you some more information on their About page about what to expect. But they've been another loyal and dedicated supporter ever since coming into the Tuber Chat family. And I think they've been with us for a few months now as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. These are longtime friends. Blue House Travels Travel Services is coming up. I hope they're still in the chat. I'm not sure. Oh, they're longtime friends. I wonder if they're not still here. I wonder, does Scratch and PPA, do you remember their other channel? For the life of me, Social Couplepreneur. It's okay. It just came to me finally. I've been thinking about it for half an hour already. I'll show you their second channel in a second. So here they're talking about the idea of a podcast that might come as they expand the content on the channel. Here's another sail away party. These are really cool. Lots of creators are bringing these to us in the travel community now. We weren't able to see a lot of travel footage of any kind for a long time, and there's a vibrant community now that things have opened up again. I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. I'm just going to grab your latest video, though. I'll put this into my catch-up list. This is the playlist I keep talking about to keep caught up with creators. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 2,700, 7,500 views and beyond, which is great to see. More variety here, but mostly in line with their travel-based business. And then a couple of live streams over here as well. I'm sure they'll expand those. I'm going to show you their original channel, Social Couplepreneur. In the background, I've been trying to think of what that was, and forgive me because it stumbled me for a quick second. Now, Social Couplepreneur and their other channel have been friends of ours here for what I think is well over 3 years as well. Could be longer. And they're here occasionally as well. But it's interesting because I tell people all the time, here in Tuber Chat, I talk about the idea of the YouTube journey, and as you meet more and more friends, as you follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. So what happens is, you, in the beginning of your YouTube journey, you might make some friends and see them almost every day, but then it becomes once a week, and then once a month, and then once in a while kind of thing. That's okay, because it happens for everybody, and as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. We see channels growing, hitting different milestones, but it's wonderful when we can come back around, see each other doing well. Look at Social Couplepreneur now, well over 2,000 subscribers, on their way to 2,100 as well. been a while since they put another video up, but they just let us know they're expecting to expand their content, so we'll be looking forward to that. They're monetized over here. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Shorts on their channel have gotten into now over 1,000 views, one over 4,000, which is great to see. Sizzling fajitas over there, interesting. And then live streams as well. So I think I saw the thumbnail for this actually come up recommended at some time. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. But this is a great idea as well, merging the YouTube journey with the travel content. So hopefully everybody will connect with Blue House Travels Travel Services. Those are the creators behind Social Couplepreneur. And thank you everybody for the time that you've spent today. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. We try to get to as many as we can in about 2.5 to 3 hours. And then we are expecting to be back on Friday night. I will only move the stream if I have to. And then we expect to be back on Sunday as well. I might be able to move that one up a little bit earlier than it is, but we'll see about that. And we're trying to keep a habit of every other day now, if that makes any sense. I say habit, but I mean schedule almost. Tuber Chat never has a schedule, but we'll try to keep that up. Again, in the spirit of catching as much pardon me, creators from around the world in different time zones so that everybody can have a chance to kind of get in here once in a while. So thank you everybody again for the time that you spent. Thank you Scratch and PPA, our dear shining jewel that I keep saying as our moderator for today. And I don't know if the Stock Explorer might still be here. A few of our moderators are here frequently. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, I think, has been here for the whole stream. So thank you for that. I do appreciate every moment everybody spends. We'll see everybody again soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.